everyone, I'm Miss Finney, a 5th grade teacher here at Phoenix. You're about to see Beth, Santiana, and Jack, some 5th graders in my class, facilitate an experiment with some students in 4th grade in Miss Bell's class. They were conducting an experiment to see how different sized boats will hold different numbers of passengers. They're also going to make predictions on what they think is going to happen and make a conclusion on why they think the results ended up the way they were.
The focus question is, what is the relationship between the capacity of the light bulb and the numbers of passengers it can hold? So a hypothesis is a guess. So if we blank the capacity of the light bulb, then blank.
Yeah, so they're building the planes in there because I don't think they're going to be able to do it in the hallway, but then they'll do the experiment.
So I said if we increase the capacity of the light bulbs, then the more passengers it will hold. So I want you to fill in what you think if we blank the capacity of light bulbs, then what will happen. So the hypothesis is if, and then. So we'll say if, like, increase, decrease, if we make the light bulbs taller, shorter, what will happen to the passengers? Which is the points that we are going to toss in. Just fill it out, please. And then we are going to cut the cups.
28 minutes.
Again, if we increase the capacity of the light bulbs, then the more passengers it will hold. The same. If we increase the capacity of the light bulbs, the more passengers it will hold. I'm going to put my same thing. If we decrease the capacity of the light bulbs, then
is it okay if I cut this?
How many more or less passengers hold?
How much you need? How much?
More passengers. It will hold. Okay. If we decrease the capacity of the light bulbs, then more passengers it will hold. All right. Who wants to cut? Who wants to cut the first cup? Everyone will get a job to do. So if you don't get to cut the cup, you will get another chance. Who wants to cut the 4-inch?
And you guys will get to do it.
Who wants to cut the 2-inch?
Okay, so we're going to get our picking up. Here's our penny. We're going to sit the inside.
And here are your scissors. You see these red lines? You are going to cut. So I'm just going to.
Yes.
So you're going to want to go like this. You want to cut the inside. You want to get to the inside of the cup.
And if it doesn't work, you can cut.
And then cut
No, so
along that line.
So
Okay.
it says if we
So you see the cup?
if we blank
It's like kind of like a
then
hole between it.
passenger
And then cut.
So what do you guys hypothesis?
I don't find it.
You guys can write your very hard.
I start out for you. Right here. Thank you. Take this back. Does anyone know what an independent variable is? If you don't know, that's okay. Does anyone know? Raise your hand if you know. Okay. The independent variable is what we change on purpose. It's like, what are we changing on purpose? Come on, dude. So close. We are actually changing the height of the cup. Can you see that? Wonderful job. See how they're different? So we'll put independent V. So we'll write independent.
So if we, how would y'all write if we stack the pennies right? Then like the passenger.
Independent V.
Like stack.
What?
Yeah.
Was it?
Then
Let that measure.
Is the size of boat. So put size of boat after the dots.
The passengers will. Wait, then the.
Size of boat. And it's the same thing, but it's the dependent variable is what we are measuring.
Boats. So what do you think is
So
going
what?
to happen? You're
So
saying
the
if you stack
dependent
them
variable
together,
is
we'll
what we are
pull
measuring.
more.
So on the second line,
So put
let's
down more.
put dependent
And then let's start
dependent
testing our boat.
So you just put D and then you do independent again. The dependent is
So which boat are you going to test first? The 2, the 3, or the 4?
is the number of passengers
So let's
and
put that
the
boat in
capacity
there.
of
We'll
the
start
hold.
dropping it.
So you're gonna do one at a time.
So before we finish up our definitions, let's start testing our boats out because we've got about 20 minutes left to test all of them.
So how do we want to? So everyone's gonna get a penny drop. So let's just say you don't want to put like one in one pile like this. You actually, to make it keep going, you want to put in different places so it will balance out the boat. Because if you just put it in one pile like this, it's going to sink much faster. So we're going to try the 2 centimeter one first, and we don't want to put any capacity in it yet, and we are going to fill it until it sinks. So everyone's going to get a few coins. Everyone's going to have a turn. If you need more pennies, just say I'll be happy. Okay.
Any predictions? How many passengers?
What do you think the passengers of the 2 centimeter will be?
4 passengers? That'll the sink?
How many passengers?
Anybody think more than 4? Less than 4?
Probably about
3?
Okay, let's test it.
All right. Who wants to put the first penny in? Noah. We're gonna go. So Hayden,
10.
we're leveling out. Level it out.
How many are in there now?
Right. Now we'll put another one in. So that's 4.
Have we not
5.
been counting?
Ooh, just lean to the side. Put some over here.
12.
Hayden.
12? Okay.
We
so
have
can keep
5
going.
right now.
Let's add in a 13.
6. Oh, shoot. 7. 8. Oh, just barely there.
What do you think?
That's,
Keep
we're at
going.
8 right now.
Keep going.
9.
14.
Hayden.
Keep going. Keep going. 15. Keep going.
9. 10.
16. Keep going. 17.
11.
Just one practice.
12. And
So how much was that?
And it's 16.
So is 16 holding?
Okay. We're gonna take it to the
You can make
tray.
15.
We're gonna
Why
take the
is
pennies
answer
out.
not 16?
So I lost count of the pennies, but this is what I do. I count the pennies and then subtract 1 because if we added that passenger that sank the boat,
4 centimeter boat.
if this was real life, the boat would sink and all those people would drown.
15.
So we are going to count how many pennies and then we're going to subtract 1 penny. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we're going to take 1. So 13 number of passengers. So in the 2 cm, we're going to put number of passengers 12. It's the bottom row. And then now we're going to take the syringe. Who wants to do the syringe? London. All right, come here. You're going to have to stand up first. All right, so this is where we measure how much capacity it was in. So we're going to take the syringe. London, come here. Over here. So you're just going to go like this to get... Okay, there you go. Okay. You're just going to put this in and go like that. I'll hold it while you pull it. Okay, now we're going to put it in the syringe. This graduated cylinder.
Okay, so now.
And then we still have a few more. So we're going to fill that up. There's not much, but there still is some. And now, who wants to read this? Noah. You're going to want to get down to eye level. So right now it's at 9. No, not 9. 12. It's at 12. So 12. Sorry. Does anyone have a? Sorry, I put 12 instead of. It's 13. Sorry. 13. Alright. I made a mistake. And then we are gonna put 12 in the capacity, like this. So this should be your 2 centimeters. And now we're done with the 2 centimeters. And now we're gonna move on to 3. So I'm gonna dry these pennies because wet pennies weigh more than. I'm going to wet these for a little while. Put them underneath the sponge and just. Does anyone need more pennies?
I got 3. Here I have all the wet pennies. So we're not going to use these since the wet pennies are more. So we're not going to use these. So we're going to try.
Alright, so we're going to want to level out. Alright. Now it's going to start. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. Oh, level up some more. Over here. 14. 15.
Because we got to see how much capacity.
16.
How much water is
17. 18. 19. 20. And stop. Good. Let's count again. We'll take all of them out. Try not to. Yep.
Alright, so.
You know what? We're going to do the syringe first this time. Who wants? Not Peyton. You want to come over here? Yep. And I'm going to hold it. Just hold this up. Like that.
65 milliliters.
Yeah, because they only have 22.
Good job. Okay. We still have some, so I'm going to empty out the pennies.
Can they do some of these things too? Okay. Right.
Who wants to count the pennies? No what? So we're going to take the pennies and then we have 4 right now, so wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and we don't count the last one. That one may drown. So how much do we have? 21. Okay, 21. So remember, 21. You can get the rest. And then we're going to put this in. Alright, who wants to read it? London. Alright. So it's not at 40. So what does it look like? You have to get down. 45? 45? And it's 45. 45 or 45. 45.
Yeah. Here.
Alright. Now we're going to do the 4. I'm going to, now, last time we did 4, it went up a lot. And what we learned from it is, well, this one doesn't really sink because, well, it's taller. It might be taller than the water. So if we do that, then we're going to want to fill in pennies until it hits the bottom. So that's where the eyes come in. So I'm gonna get these dry pennies. Dry-ish pennies. And we went to clean up some of this area. Wet pennies and the money the sponge and Noah, start us off, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, we're at 14 right now. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, stop. 22. 22. Put 22 as passengers. So 22 passengers got off until it hit the bottom. Because look, so we did that. Look, it would still stand. So, and it really didn't get much capacity. So, it didn't get much capacity. Who wants to do a syringe? Noah. All right. There's like this tiny bit, so it's going to be a little much harder. A little harder. Yep. All right, put it in the syringe.
31? No, it says, yeah, no, it's actually, yeah, it's exactly 31 and 31.
And kind of looks like it's at 0 or 1. Cause this, see, it's below this line, and the long line means it's 5. So this probably means it's 0 or 1. So does it look closer to 1 or 0? Well, it kind of looks closer to 1 because there is water in it. If it was 0, like little dots would be in it. So we're gonna put 1 as capacity. And now we're gonna do the constant before we do our conclusion. The constant is what we keep the same.
Everyone, 10 minutes.
Alright, we're gonna be done in no time. We're not gonna do the graph because, well, we didn't learn how to do the graph, so we don't know how to do that.
You guys didn't learn how to do the graph?
We didn't do it for this.
Number of
Alright, constant is the cup material, passenger size, and then the balance. So that's a lot. So I'm gonna go down by one, okay? So, first thing we're gonna want to write is the cup material. So look, as you can see, this all has the same design on them. So, yeah, it's the same brand. So we're gonna say the cup. So we're gonna put the cup material down here. So we're gonna put cup material, passenger size, because you see, they're all pennies. They aren't dimes, they aren't quarters, they aren't nickels, they're all pennies. So we're gonna say passenger size. Passenger size. The balance, because we kept the thing balanced. So we're gonna put balance too. And then we're going to put balance passengers. So by looking at our data here, I put bigger boats. Bigger boats hold more passengers. But you don't have to copy down me. You can say little boats hold less passengers, or yeah, you can put little boats hold less passengers, or bigger boats hold more passengers.
Like taller boats?
Yeah, like what I put for mine, for my conclusion is, I said bigger boats hold more passengers. You can put little boats hold less passengers. So you can put that, or you can put what I put, bigger boats hold more passengers. You said taller boats can hold more weight. That is correct. You can put what you found out about the capacity, about passengers, about the height, affecting the passengers. The
You're going to just put P for it.
conclusion that material are made of. What did the material do?
Just for centimeter, just write CN.
Bigger boats can hold about 40 to 75 passengers, but smaller boats can hold about 25 to 40 passengers. I don't think we got that from our
Alright, so now got it.
our data. It's about our data, not like what you think. Because
All this stuff.
well, little boats could hold about. Little boats can hold like a big amount of passengers, and smaller boats can hold, and bigger boats can hold less passengers. So we need to draw a conclusion about what we had on the data. But that was very good. Just like hold it like this.
We had so many great conversations that were happening. I heard students using science language. Did anyone ask questions like, what do you think will happen next? Or what could happen if we change this? I heard very good questions. Exactly. We had different size boats, and because the boats were different sizes, we had different results. What about our conclusions? What did we learn or figure out? So if you were in the lifeboats, what did you learn or figure out after we finished our experiment? Yes, ma'am.
Some boats can only hold a certain amount of people.
Boats can only hold a certain amount of people. That's true. What about what we learned from the different sizes of the boats? What did we learn because the boats were different sizes? Yes, ma'am.
That some of them sunk easier and some of them stayed above.
Which ones were easier to sink? The smaller ones. So because boats were smaller, they couldn't hold as many passengers. And when we made boats bigger, they were able to hold more passengers.